Welcome back to Color Class. I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
And today I stumbled upon Target.
Oh, you don't stumble on Target.
I tripped and ended up in Target, and I saw that they had this really cute new collection from Auden. I think it's called. And when I say cute, I meant the color range was so cute. They had like a whole new display. I know it's at some Targets. I've been looking at it online. But I happened to, just do a quick little online search to see what was going on. And I noticed the full color range.
And you love those soft colors.
I do. So if you are soft out there, stay for this video. But also, if you like to compare different colors on people, let's take a look. Because that's exactly what I did.
You've got to subscribe. Because this is just the tip of the iceberg in the stuff that we do and have done.
Exactly.
Especially in Target. So if you love, just hit the subscribe button. You can always figure it out later.
I know you don't want the whole spiel. Just start hitting the subscribe button so we don't have to do the subscribe spiel.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So we have this model, the same model, wearing a bunch of different versions of this. What is this? They close a pullover.
Yeah,
or
it's
something?
a pullover set. It has matching pants and a top. Mm-hmm. It comes in long sleeve and short sleeve. I prefer the long sleeve, obviously. Mm-hmm. And it comes in shorts and long pants version.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like pajamas to me or loungewear. I was telling Sarah that I would wear it out, and she was like, "Mom."
I mean, I guess if you wanted to, you could. Yeah. I would know. Who am I to tell you stop?
And what's crazy is this girl, she's probably a summer. She's got a little bit of warmth to her, but I'm kind of thinking summer.
Well, the one on the end without her brows done, do you notice how all of the ones except the light pink, her brows are done, and they're done very warm.
Except that brown. Interestingly, her brows aren't deep in the white. Mm-hmm. In the brown, they're not as deep as they are in the gray, the green, and the blue.
Right.
And I was sort of saying to Sarah, well, I don't know. I mean, I love that brown, but she looks a little pale.
Right. It did pull some of the color out of her. It's deeper. She's lighter.
So if for any of these, if she needed the brows done, it was for that brown
Yes,
set.
I think it would have helped a lot. And now that we're talking about that, do you notice the gray, green, and blue? She's wearing the same earrings, but the pink and the brown, she's not wearing earrings. So I think those were probably a different shot. Yeah, I think those were probably taken around the same time.
And who wears earrings in their pajamas? So I'm imagining she would probably have worn this sort of pajama thing out, and she put earrings in.
All right, so. Now, I want to get into the gray because I feel like there might be a neutrality to her, but she leans very yellow in this gray.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's okay, but I'm struck. I mean, it's okay. It's not, if I had to pick, my preference, it's definitely the blue and the green because that makes her eyes sing.
Right.
The green brings out a little bit of gold in her hair.
It brings some warmth to
her. The
her.
blue makes her hair look like it's ash blonde. So, I mean, like finds like. And in terms of color, if you're wearing a cool color, it will kind of make everything look cool. And if you're wearing a warmer color, it'll make everything look a little bit warmer.
Right.
But I think she's not horrible in the gray.
No.
And she's actually not too bad in any of these. But
right, because they're all
brown,
softer.
They are soft. But maybe it's not that brown that's making her look pale. Maybe it's the photo and that she doesn't have her brows done in either the brown or the white. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of causing her to look a little pale.
Well, I think with the brows done, it would have helped bring a little bit more contrast up because right now she's very light all over. So the color is very heavy against her. But the gray, I don't know why, because when I first looked at her, I was trying to figure out what her hair color is because in the green, it just looks so warm. But in the blue, it definitely becomes softer, but it still has warmth to it.
And in the gray, all of that warmth just sort of evaporates. Even in the brown, it kind of evaporates.
Yeah, but do you see the yellow tone in her hair in that gray? So this model, if I had to put her on the 6 dominant characteristics scale, I would go lighter. I would go slightly warmer. And I would go softer. Now, depending on that, or based on that sliding scale that we just did, the green should be her best color.
And I think it is. The blue is an eye enhancer for her.
Right.
Because it makes her eyes look blue. Her hair is so neutral, though. I mean, I don't see enough warmth in it. And I'm looking across the board there from all of the versions of her. I just don't see, like when I look at that brown, her in the brown and her in the pale pink white, I don't see so much. It could that's reading to me like ash blonde. But then, of course, when you get into the green, it's a little more blonde.
Right, more golden blonde.
But the problem with calling her a golden blonde is she's so soft. Right. And golden blondes are bright and clear. So with her being so soft, I'd tend to call her hair more neutral and make her more of a summer than a spring.
Now you would say summer, or you would say cooler on the spectrum instead of warmer on the spectrum.
I would say neutral.
Just right in the middle.
She just doesn't have either. I mean, it's
maybe
just not.
Maybe it's just those warm brows that are throwing it off. Because if you look naturally, her brows don't have the warmth that they do when they applied.
Yes, that's why I said you have to look across the whole spectrum to get a better sense of that. Because if you looked at her hair strictly in the brown, I would call that neutral. Ash blonde. Yeah, and if you look at her in the pink, I would call that neutral. And then as she gets more toward the color, I would call that. It gets a little, well, the blue doesn't, but she definitely gets a little warmer in the green. So again, I'm still got her as a neutral hair color because she's so soft.
All right. So they have a couple other models and shades in this line. This is just the model I could find wearing a variety of different colors that I thought would be fun to look at.
Yeah, it's great.
Now there was one more top that I found that I thought instantly stuck out to me. There was something that really just sparked my attention. So let's take a look at that. And that was this model. So we have like this oatmeal color on the left and black on the right. Now the thing that instantly stood out to me was the roots. Do you notice how much darker her roots look in the black versus like the oatmeal color?
Yes, I do, because the black is finding its harmony
with
and
the roots,
and sort of wrapping itself around her face, whereas in the oatmeal color there's a lot of focus on the hair and the eyebrows, and that's kind of, then everything else kind of fades away.
So my tip was, if you are trying to use color to disguise roots, do not match your outfit to your root color.
Brilliant, yes.
Match your outfit or the colors to the
skin
hair,
tone.
right? The hair that you're trying to highlight, your skin tone, your eye color, your enhancing shades, anything but the root color.
On the other hand, I remember when Sarah was little and she wanted to get her hair done all colors. She'd come in, she'd go there. I want to dye my hair so that my hair is blonde, and I want to have black roots. Well, this child never had a black root in her life, and I tried to explain to her.
First off, I was ahead of my time. I wanted ombre, okay? I just didn't know how to explain it.
She did not.
I wanted ombre. I didn't want, to dye. I just wanted the ombre look.
And she was always ahead of her time because she wanted black roots and blonde hair, and she didn't care how she got it. And I had to explain to her, well, if we give you black roots, you will keep black roots for about 5 minutes, and then they will become red roots. So you'd have blonde, black, red.
Have you seen the calico look? calico hair.
No. Is it
I'll
cool?
put a little image on the screen.
Oh, please do.
It's really fun. But that it's because the red, the black, the blonde, it reminded me of the calico look.
Yeah, I get it.
So yeah, that was a sweet little story
Oh,
to
I
embarrass
have
me. I
another
love
sweet
it.
little story to embarrass myself. I remember going to the hair salon, and my hairstylist's name was Swan. And Swan had just gotten back from Paris, and she had studied with these hairstylists, and I was so impressed with her going to Paris and to study and coming back, and I said, just do whatever you think, do whatever you want. I just want to look great. Oh man, I mean, I nearly had to be taken to the emergency room when I saw everything, and the people in the salon were like looking at me. I got the first calico look of its kind. She had done the back in black, and she'd done the front in red and the top in some other color, and it was like, what on earth have you done? I didn't say anything. I was like, oh, it looks great. And all these people in the salon were like, and I knew it was horrible, but I'm not one of those people who could tell her that this is just awful and please cover it all up. So I went home and I cried, and I called my best friend and told her she had to dye my hair some color. It didn't matter what color. I just had to go away. And we did.
Well, there you go.
But I got the calico look long before anybody else.
All right. So I am going to leave links for everything we talked about today in the description. Please do not yell at us. If you want to see more of us, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, we are there. Again, descriptions in the comments. If you want to get a color analysis done, we are on a wait list, but hop on over. I'm going to say our website is where you purchase from, but our Patreon members do get first release of time slots. So if you would like to have that, then become a member on Patreon. Hue Heroes get the first time slots. Then it goes to Color Enthusiasts, and then it will go to our waitlist group. All right, so we talked about color analysis. We talked about where you can find us. Oh, if you want to chat with us, questions, comments, request, Patreon. Hop on over. You can chat with other people too who love color analysis. If you have questions about a color, does it look good on you? If you haven't, you're going out, if you're doing an event and you have a dress that you want a recommendation on, come to Patreon.
If you want to settle the argument between Sarah and I that you can wear this outfit out, jump on Patreon. We'll put it up as a question.
Pajamas only, or can you wear this
casual?
Yes. With some jeans. I don't see why not. Under a coat.
No, I was going to wear the whole outfit. Top, bottom, the whole thing.
All right.
Maybe bedroom slippers even. Just to complete the look.
Okay.
No, not bedroom slippers, but possibly moccasins.
That's a discussion for Patreon.
So we'll put it up on Patreon, and people can make fun of us, and we'll settle it there.
If you want to help us here on YouTube, liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. We will stop yelling at you to subscribe if you subscribe.
Right.
All right, so thank you for joining us today. I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
This has been another color class, and we'll see you in our next video.